As we journey into the later chapters of life, many of us begin to wonder what it truly means to grow old with grace, clarity, and strength. Aging does not have to be a slow fading of vitality. It can be a time of renewal where simple choices breathe new energy into both body and mind. The path is not hidden. It is found in daily practices so small that they are often overlooked, yet their power is immense. The first step is to understand that health after 60 is not determined only by medicine or chance. It is shaped by rhythm, by the habits we choose each day. When we rise in the morning, how we breathe, how we move, how we rest, and even how we greet the first light, all send signals to the body. These signals awaken or weaken our inner resilience. Modern science has shown us that nearly 90% of the diseases that trouble older adults are not inevitable. They are deeply influenced by how we live. The heart, the brain, the immune system, even our memory respond to the gentle discipline of mindful routines. And so the question becomes simple. What practices can guide us toward greater clarity, freedom, and longevity? Let us begin this exploration together with calm attention and open curiosity. Each habit is like a doorway. Step through and you may find not only better health, but also a deeper sense of peace within yourself. The first practice is morning hydration. At first, it may appear too simple, almost too ordinary to carry any meaning. Yet, the quiet act of drinking water upon waking is one of the most profound gifts you can offer your body each day. During the night, the body passes through many hours without nourishment. As you sleep, water is slowly lost through breath, through the gentle work of the organs, and through the natural rhythm of metabolism. You awaken in a state of quiet deficit, not always noticed, but always present. This state is what science calls mild dehydration. It thickens the blood, it makes the heart work harder, and it clouds the mind with heaviness. When we begin the day with a full glass of clean, room temperature water, we are not only quenching thirst, we are restoring balance. Blood becomes more fluid, circulation is eased, and oxygen travels more freely to the brain and the heart. Research shows that even small amounts of dehydration impair memory, focus, and reaction time. By drinking water, you awaken mental clarity, as if a fog is gently lifted. The body is nearly 3/4 water, and the brain itself depends on this element to transmit signals, to store memory, to process thought. Without enough hydration, the brain slows and confusion quietly grows. With water, sharpness returns. This is why scientists now recognize hydration as one of the simplest ways to support cognitive health in aging. Beyond the mind, morning hydration supports detoxification. The kidneys filter waste, the liver clears toxins, but they require a steady flow of water to do their work. By beginning the day with hydration, you assist these systems in their silent labor, reducing the risk of kidney stones, urinary tract infections, and other conditions that arise when waste lingers too long within the body. There is also a subtle power in this ritual. To drink water before coffee, before tea, before food is to give the body priority over desire. It is a practice of mindfulness, a gesture of respect to the vessel that carries you through life. You are saying to yourself, before the noise of the world begins, I will honor the simple need of life itself. Consistency matters more than quantity. 16 to 32 ounces each morning is enough to restore equilibrium. The key is to make it a sacred rhythm, not an afterthought. Place a glass of water where you will see it upon waking. Let this be the first meeting of your day. Morning hydration is not only about preventing disease, it is about remembering. Remembering that small actions build the foundation of great health. Remembering that clarity and vitality do not come from complexity, but from attention. Each sip is a reminder the body is precious and caring for it is both science and devotion. The second practice is daily walking. Among all the movements available to us, walking remains the most natural, the most ancient, and the most sustainable. It requires no special equipment, no training, only the willingness to place one foot in front of the other with intention. For those beyond 60, walking is not just exercise, it is a profound dialogue with the body, a rhythm that nourishes every system within. When you walk at a steady pace, the heart responds by sending blood more vigorously through the vessels. This circulation carries oxygen and nutrients to tissues that grow less efficient with age. Muscles, joints, and even the skin are enlivened by this gentle surge of life. Science shows that consistent walking improves vascular flexibility, reduces the burden on the heart, and helps regulate blood sugar. For many, it becomes a quiet shield against heart disease and diabetes. Yet the benefits extend beyond the physical. Walking has a direct influence on the brain. Researchers have observed that regular brisk walking increases the size of the hippocampus, the very center of memory and learning. As you move, the brain is bathed in oxygen-rich blood, stimulating new neural connections and preserving clarity. This is not merely the prevention of decline, but the cultivation of sharpness and presence. Each step protects the stories of your life from fading. Walking also strengthens the immune system. By engaging the muscles and increasing circulation, immune cells are mobilized more effectively, patrolling the body against illness. Inflammation, one of the silent drivers of aging, is eased through the steady rhythm of movement. Even the risk of certain cancers has been shown to decrease when walking becomes a daily ritual. There is also a subtle psychological transformation. Walking outdoors under the light of the sun recalibrates the body's internal clock, the circadian rhythm that governs sleep and wakefulness. Exposure to natural light signals to the brain when to release hormones for energy and when to prepare for rest. As a result, sleep deepens, mood stabilizes, and energy flows more evenly throughout the day. Walking invites mindfulness. Each step is an opportunity to feel the contact of the earth beneath you, the expansion of the lungs, the cadence of the breath. This quiet awareness softens anxiety and opens space for gratitude. While the world may rush forward, your walking becomes a meditation in motion, a chance to reclaim stillness without being still. To receive these gifts, intention matters. Walk with purpose, not haste. Let your arms move naturally, let your gaze be steady. 10 minutes can become 20, and 20 can become 30. What matters is not the distance, but the consistency. The daily rhythm engraves health into your being more deeply than occasional effort ever could. Daily walking is more than movement, it is alignment. It aligns the body with its natural design, the mind with clarity, and the spirit with the simple joy of being alive. The third practice is diaphragmatic breathing. While breathing seems automatic and effortless, most people carry it only in the upper chest, shallow and hurried. True breathing begins deeper, where the diaphragm expands downward, allowing the lungs to fill fully and the body to rest into its natural rhythm. This is more than oxygen exchange. It is a key to health, balance, and restoration. When you breathe deeply into the diaphragm, the nervous system shifts. The body moves away from the constant state of alertness that modern life imposes and enters the parasympathetic state, sometimes called the rest and repair mode. In this state, the heart rate slows, blood pressure softens, and the mind clears. Science has shown that regular diaphragmatic breathing reduces cortisol, the hormone of stress, and improves heart rate variability, a marker of resilience and longevity. Inflammation, which silently fuels many age-related diseases, is also influenced by breath. Slow, deliberate breathing lowers inflammatory markers in the blood, easing the pathways that contribute to arthritis, heart disease, and cognitive decline. With each calm inhale and extended exhale, the body is reminded that it is safe, and in that safety, healing becomes possible. The digestive system, too, responds to the breath. The gentle movement of the diaphragm massages the organs beneath it, the stomach, liver, and intestines. This rhythmic pressure supports digestion, encourages elimination, and enhances nutrient absorption. Many of the discomforts that arrive with aging bloating, constipation, sluggish metabolism are softened when breath becomes deep and conscious, but the benefits extend far beyond physiology. Diaphragmatic breathing becomes a doorway to clarity of mind. As you focus on each inhale and exhale, mental clutter begins to dissolve. Thoughts that once raced slowly quiet themselves, memory sharpens, concentration deepens, and space opens for calm reflection. Neuroscience supports this. Studies reveal that slow breathing stimulates the vagus nerve, strengthening communication between body and brain, and even enhancing the capacity for learning. Practicing this form of breathing does not demand hours. Just a few minutes each day can reshape the inner landscape. Sit comfortably, rest your hands on your abdomen, and breathe so that the belly gently rises and falls. Allow the exhale to last longer than the inhale. This signals safety to the nervous system and gradually trains the body to relax more easily. With time, this becomes a natural rhythm that the body remembers even in moments of stress. In the quiet space created by diaphragmatic breathing, emotions also soften. Loneliness, irritation, or worry can lose their sharp edges. Breath reconnects you with the present, reminding you that even in aging, there is always renewal, always possibility. This is why contemplative traditions across the world have honored the breath, not only as a biological necessity, but as a spiritual anchor. For those over 60, this practice is a reminder that vitality is not only found in movement or nourishment, but also in stillness. Each deep breath is a form of nourishment, invisible yet essential. It restores balance to the systems of the body, but it also restores perspective to the mind. To breathe with awareness is to return home to yourself. It is a practice available anywhere, at any time, requiring nothing but attention. And in its simplicity lies its power. Through diaphragmatic breathing, the body heals, the mind steadies, and the spirit awakens to a deeper sense of peace. The fourth practice is gentle, cool exposure. This does not mean plunging the body into icy water or enduring extremes of cold. Instead, it is the mindful use of cool water in subtle, deliberate ways, rinsing the face, washing the hands, or letting the feet rest for a moment in refreshing coolness. These small encounters carry quiet strength, awakening the body without strain and restoring vitality without risk. When cool water touches the skin, a cascade of responses unfolds. The vessels beneath the surface tighten slightly, encouraging circulation to become more efficient. This gentle constriction is temporary, but it strengthens the natural rhythm of blood flow. As the vessels reopen, oxygen and nutrients move more freely through the body, leaving tissues nourished and the mind refreshed. Unlike extreme cold, this measured contact does not overwhelm the heart or stress the arteries. It invites balance rather than shock. The body interprets coolness as a signal to awaken. Neurotransmitters associated with alertness are released, sharpening focus and lifting mood. Many people notice how a simple splash of water on the face clears away morning heaviness, allowing thoughts to align more clearly. This is not only a sensation, but also a measurable shift. Studies suggest that cool exposure reduces inflammation, strengthens natural defenses, and supports the delicate systems that keep the body resilient. For older adults, where inflammation often lingers and circulation grows sluggish, these brief encounters with coolness act as gentle reminders to the body's healing capacity. They reduce stiffness in the joints, soothe mild swelling, and stimulate metabolic activity. Even brown adipose tissue, the type of fat that burns energy to create warmth, can be quietly activated, assisting in regulating blood sugar and maintaining balance in metabolism. The practice also speaks to the spirit. Touching cool water to the face in the morning or washing the hands slowly in refreshing clarity becomes an act of renewal. It is a way of telling yourself, I am awake, I am present, I am prepared for the day. These are not harsh commands, but soft invitations to enter the moment with alertness and calm. Unlike the risks of sudden extremes, gentle, cool exposure honors the aging body. It respects the changes in circulation, the sensitivity of the heart, and the limits of the vessels. It does not force the body to endure what it cannot sustain. Instead, it works in harmony with natural rhythms, offering just enough stimulation to strengthen resilience without crossing into danger. To embrace this practice, begin simply. In the morning, before coffee or tea, rinse your face with cool water and allow yourself to feel its clarity. After walking or light activity, place your hands under running cool water and notice the freshness it brings. In the evening, resting the feet in a basin of cool water for a few moments can ease fatigue and calm the mind before sleep. These small gestures, repeated daily, create a rhythm of renewal. The power of this habit lies in its consistency. The body adapts best when changes are gradual and gentle. With time, cool exposure becomes more than a physical act. It becomes a ritual of mindfulness. Each encounter with water is a chance to pause, to breathe, to reconnect with the sensation of being alive. Gentle, cool exposure is not about testing limits. It is about awakening balance. It reminds us that health after 60 is not built on extremes, but on measured acts of respect for the body. With every splash, every rinse, you invite vitality to return, not as a shock, but as a quiet companion on the path of graceful aging. The fifth practice is targeted breathing for cognitive renewal. While diaphragmatic breathing restores calm and balance, this form of breathwork is designed to stimulate the mind, sharpen memory, and awaken the body's capacity for repair. It is precise, intentional, and deeply restorative for those seeking to preserve clarity and vitality beyond 60. When you breathe in a controlled rhythm, you create a dialogue between the lungs, the nervous system, and the brain. The simple act of lengthening inhalations and exhalations alters brain chemistry, improving the flow of oxygen and enhancing neural activity. Research has shown that structured breathing increases neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to form new connections. This is especially valuable in later years when memory and processing speed naturally begin to slow. Through deliberate practice, the brain remains adaptable, flexible, and alive. One effective pattern is the 4-7-8 technique. Inhale gently for 4 counts, hold the breath for 7, and release slowly for 8. This rhythm not only calms the body, but also strengthens focus and improves recall. Another method is alternate nostril breathing, where each side of the nose is opened and closed in sequence. This balances activity between the 2 hemispheres of the brain, sharpening concentration and easing mental fatigue. Such practices are more than exercises, they are tools for preserving independence of thought and memory. The influence of targeted breathing reaches the cellular level. Each deep, controlled inhale delivers oxygen that fuels mitochondria, the engines of every cell. Each complete exhale removes carbon dioxide and waste, clearing space for renewal. Over time, this process supports metabolism, enhances digestion, and improves the body's natural capacity to heal. For older adults whose cellular energy often wanes, breath becomes a silent source of vitality. There is also a profound effect on the heart and circulation. Rhythmic breathing creates subtle pressure changes within the chest, supporting blood flow back to the heart and easing its workload. As circulation steadies, blood pressure stabilizes, and the entire cardiovascular system benefits. For the aging body, this is not simply comfort, it is protection against strain and imbalance. Targeted breathing also touches the realm of sleep and recovery. Many older adults struggle with restless nights, difficulty falling asleep, or waking frequently. By practicing structured breathing before bed, the nervous system receives a signal of safety, guiding the body into deeper rest. This restorative sleep allows the brain to clear toxins, consolidate memory, and repair tissues. Thus, a few minutes of breath work can profoundly influence the quality of the hours that follow. Yet beyond biology, the practice of targeted breathing carries a quiet philosophy. It is a reminder that energy is not only drawn from food or movement, but from the very air that surrounds us. Each breath can be wasted in haste or cultivated with care. By choosing to breathe consciously, you choose to live with awareness. You reclaim authority over rhythms that once felt automatic, turning them into allies for health and clarity. To begin, choose a method that feels natural. Sit comfortably, lengthen the spine, and close the eyes. Allow distractions to fade. Practice just a few cycles each day, perhaps in the morning to prepare the mind, or at night to welcome rest. Consistency is more important than duration. With time, the body and mind will anticipate the rhythm, responding more deeply with each session. Targeted breathing is more than therapy, it is a discipline of presence. Each inhale draws in possibility, each exhale releases what no longer serves. In this way, the practice not only strengthens memory and renews the body, it also nourishes the spirit. It is a gentle reminder that clarity, resilience, and peace are always within reach, carried on the very breath you take. The sixth practice is maintaining a consistent sleep-wake rhythm. For many, aging brings the belief that poor sleep is unavoidable, that waking often or rising tired is simply part of later life. Yet science and lived experience reveal another truth. The body carries within it a clock, a circadian rhythm that governs energy, mood, and repair. When this rhythm is honored through regularity, sleep becomes deeper, mornings clearer, and health more resilient. Every cell in the body responds to time. Hormones are released according to the cycle of day and night. Cortisol rises in the morning to bring alertness, while melatonin emerges in the evening to invite rest. Immune activity, digestion, and even memory consolidation follow these daily patterns. Disruption, whether from irregular bedtimes, late-night screen use, or frequent napping, weakens these signals. The result is fatigue, imbalance in blood sugar, increased inflammation, and vulnerability to illness. A consistent schedule restores order. By going to bed and waking up at the same hours each day, the body learns to anticipate rest and activity. Sleep becomes more efficient, with longer periods of deep, restorative rest. During these hours, the brain's lymphatic system clears away waste proteins, reducing the risk of cognitive decline. Muscles repair, the heart rate slows, and the immune system strengthens. Far from being wasted time, sleep becomes an active process of renewal. The mind also benefits profoundly from regular rest. Without consistency, memory falters, concentration weakens, and emotional stability is tested. With it, thoughts flow more easily, recall sharpens, and mood steadies. This is not a coincidence, but a reflection of the brain's dependence on rhythm. Like an instrument that must be tuned before it plays, the brain performs best when aligned with predictable cycles. To create this alignment, small steps matter. Choose a bedtime that allows 7 to 8 hours of rest and honor it, even on weekends. Dim the lights in the evening, signaling to the brain that night has begun. Avoid heavy meals, caffeine, and screens in the hour before sleep, as these confuse the body's signals. Instead, develop calming rituals, a book, soft music, or gentle stretching that prepare the mind to let go of the day. These cues become familiar, guiding you toward rest with ease. Morning is equally important. Rise at the same hour each day and expose yourself to natural light soon after waking. Sunlight anchors the circadian rhythm, reminding the body that the day has begun. Movement in the early hours, whether a short walk or simple stretches, further strengthens this signal, ensuring energy flows steadily throughout the day and fatigue does not settle too soon. Consistency does not mean perfection. There will be nights of restlessness and mornings of early waking. The key is not to compensate with irregular naps or drastic changes in routine. Hold to your chosen schedule gently but firmly, and the body will gradually align itself once more. Over time, this discipline becomes second nature, and the gift is steady energy, sharper thought, and a body that repairs itself more effectively. Beyond science, there is a deeper wisdom in respecting time. The rising and setting of the sun, the turning of the seasons, the rhythm of breath, all remind us that life is built on cycles. By aligning our rest with these natural patterns, we live not in conflict with age, but in harmony with it. A consistent sleep-wake rhythm is more than a habit. It is a foundation. It supports every other practice, amplifying the benefits of hydration, walking, breathing, and renewal. In honoring the body's need for rhythm, you create not only better nights, but brighter days filled with clarity, stability, and the quiet strength to live fully. As we come to the close of this journey, pause for a moment and reflect on what has been shared. 6 simple practices: hydration, walking, conscious breathing, gentle cool renewal, targeted breath work, and the rhythm of consistent sleep may appear ordinary, yet together they form a foundation stronger than any medicine alone can provide. They are not drastic changes or heavy burdens. They are small choices repeated daily that quietly reshape the landscape of health. Aging often carries with it a sense of inevitability, as if decline must simply be accepted. But within these practices lies a different story. The body is not an enemy, it is a companion that responds faithfully to care. Even after 60, even after 70, there remains a profound capacity for renewal. The heart can beat with greater ease, the brain can remember with greater clarity, and the spirit can awaken with greater peace. What matters most is not perfection, but presence. To drink water in the morning is to honor life itself. To walk steadily is to affirm that movement remains a gift. To breathe deeply is to remember that peace is always within reach. To touch coolness is to invite freshness into the day. To guide the breath with intention is to shape the mind toward clarity. To rest with rhythm is to align with the very cycles of nature. Each practice is simple, but together they create harmony, a harmony that protects, restores, and uplifts. Let this truth remain with you. Transformation does not arrive in grand gestures, but in steady devotion. A sip of water, a mindful breath, a moment of rest, these are the seeds of resilience. They require no wealth, no complex instruction, only your willingness to care for the life you are living now. So as you step forward, do so with calm confidence. Carry these practices not as obligations, but as companions. Let them remind you that health is not lost with age. It is renewed through awareness. And may each day become not just another page in time, but a conscious act of respect for body, mind, and spirit. This is the art of aging well, to live each moment with presence, with gratitude, and with unwavering care.